This little thing is the 2015 Honda Fit. The best-selling category in the United States may be the midsize sedan. However, there's nothing as competitive as the subcompact class. Why is that? Well, it takes a lot of creativity to pack in maximum value in such a small package. Now, this particular model is fully loaded. And by fully loaded, I mean this thing has the works. The party starts right here. This is a 1.5-liter inline-4. It's good for 130 horsepower, and it powers the front wheels through a CVT transmission with a sport mode. The front actually looks like it's kind of a tuner JDM style. You have this real high contrast yellow and black. Very cool looking. The wheels, 16-inch alloys. Moving on to the inside, you have fully leather interior and a nav system. That isn't just a nav system to check a box off. No, it's a nav system you'll actually want to use. And wait until you see the back seats. This is cool.
The trick is that these back seats, they can fold up, revealing a cavernous storage space. Do you need to move some plants? This is the perfect vehicle for you. Better yet, they also fold completely flat, making this Honda Fit one of the most versatile small cars on the market.
Price as equipped, this fully loaded Fit is only about $20,000. Okay, so here we are inside the 2015 Honda Fit EXL with navigation. Now, as equipped, this car, including delivery, is just over $21,000, which sounds like a lot of money, but you're getting a lot of car. Let's take a look. First off, this interior. These seats are awesome. Really nice bolstering on the sides, leather, adjustable headrest, and of course you've seen the trick in the back. That's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and turn this car on and see what it has. Push button start, because this is the EXL. Once the car is on, the first thing that strikes me is how traditional this main gauge cluster is. Unlike the Honda Civic, which has a stacked system, this one, typical dials. Middle, you have a big speedo. On the left, you have a tach that also tells me if I'm in econ mode or not. And on the right, a multi-function display that gives me miles per gallon as well as my current fuel level. And it ekes out a total whopper of 38 miles to the gallon on the freeway, 32 around town. The very first thing that I see in this car that just, this is a $21,000 car. It's a small subcompact. This navigation, way ahead of everything else in its class. It's the same system that you would get in the current, say, Accord or the Civic, if you were to get one with the new touchscreen. So let's go ahead and go home. Very easy to use. Let's take a look at navigation first. Super clear, high-def display. I can pinch and pull just like an iPad. Go left, go right. Now, this is interesting. Once I'm in navigation, the menu button illuminates, and then I can use that to go to, say, find the nearest Starbucks. Okay. And then it will navigate that, gives me 11,000 options, and yeah, that's fine. So then we're going to take a look at some of the other options. There is a phone option because this car, when I say loaded, it even has hands-free Bluetooth. How cool is that? I've already synchronized my phone so I can play music over it. And then I can go into audio. Now let's look at audio. Now audio pops up another menu that gives me AM, XM, FM, CD, USB, iPod, Pandora, AHA, HDMI. Yes, there's actually an HDMI input port down there that allows me to plug in a video device. That only works while the car is parked with the handbrake up, just so you know. Aircon, straightforward, big dials, pretty good to the touch. They're a little plasticky, but they're super clear to use, and they don't wiggle very much, which is nice. Oh, and look at this. Both the mirrors and the rear window have push button defrost. That is cool. Some other party tricks of this car, reverse, and you get a rear view camera, which also shows steering angle, which is pretty neat. There's 3 different modes, wide, standard, and below, to see if there's any children hiding underneath your car. Don't want that. This is one of the things that I think is really cool that Honda's offering these days. It is a blind spot camera over there. So when I'm driving and I turn on my turn signal, it automatically enables. Or I can hit the button right there to take a look out the right. This is actually really clever, and it is just spectacular when checking your blind spot subconsciously. It's much better than just a little light, because this tells you exactly what's there, as well as has little markers that shows the amount of distance that they are to you, so you can see relative how close they are to you. Very, very nifty. And to top it all off, the coup de grace, paddle shifters. This car has paddle shifters. I mean, seriously, it would be so much shorter just to tell you what this car doesn't have, because they fit a lot of stuff in. So let's go ahead and take it for a spin, and let's just see how this fit does. I mean, it's got everything else. Let's see how it is on the road, right? Punch it. That side camera is really cool. Okay, we'll turn that off. Okay. The handling is so predictable on this car. There's actually very little body roll. I mean, that is very acceptable. The turn-in, there's a little bit of you gotta push it a little bit, but then it eases into the corner very nicely. It's a really nice compromise to make a car that's very predictable and drivable and fun to drive, but without making it all twitchy. This car has so much going for it. It has 130 horsepower, it has a slick CVT transmission, sunroof, really good nav system. It's priced at about $21,000, and it is just really a spectacular little ride. Wow. I know it's not really shifting because it's a CVT, it's just programming, but it's still responding very quickly to my inputs. I like that. Bang, bang, bang. I love having paddle shifters on this little thing. It's such a little racer. It's not particularly fast, but it is fun to drive, and that is what is important. And yes, the hit parade of awesomeness and the little fit continues. Seat warmers? Yeah, it's got them. Right down here. So the 2015 Honda Fit is a tremendous value when you look at other cars in this class, what you're getting. Yes, the checklist is very similar to what you would see in a Yaris or a Nissan Versa. However, they're all better in this car. This navigation is light years ahead of the Toyota system. The capability of the back seats folding down like that, you can just stuff everything in the back. This is a hauler of a little rig. It'll carry well outside of its class. Carries tons of stuff. The seats are really fantastic. And honestly, I have a hard time finding anything not to like about this 2015 Honda Fit. It is an incredible little car and an amazing value. I'm Ryan Dalpit for AutoNation. We'll see you again real soon. Oh yeah.